This is Nathaniel Huey Jr. and his fiancée Ermelinda Palomo. Nathaniel works at an engineering company where he met Zoraida Bartolome, a wife and a mother of two. Nathaniel and Zoraida started having a sexual affair in secret. Zoraida's husband, Alberto, was unaware, but that wasn't the case for Nathaniel's fiancée, Palomo. She not only knew of his affair, but had a plan that would destroy the lives of everyone involved, including the two innocent children. After discovering the affair, Palomo created a series of fake social media accounts and phone numbers. These accounts and numbers were assigned to different characters, which included organizational bosses, a shot caller, hitmen, and hackers. For several years, these personas successfully convinced Nathaniel that he was part of a Mexican and Bulgarian cartel, completely unaware that his fiancée was behind every single one of them. Palomo, acting as one of her characters, frequently encouraged Nathaniel to be faithful to his fiancée, stop speaking to other women and treat her well, even advising him to frequently engage in sexual intimacy with her. Honestly, this part got me a little confused as to how brain-dead this guy actually is. How do you somehow get convinced you are in a cartel without any memory of ever having any interaction or transaction with one? Let's say you somehow fall for that. Why is this really big and mysterious criminal organization telling you to stop talking to other women and treat your fiancé better? In addition, urging you to have great sex with her? It's obvious Palomo is using these characters to try and stop Nathaniel from cheating. But if you know your partner is this daft and you don't want to leave, I think simply telling him you are Jesus and that if he doesn't stop cheating, he will go to hell would have faster results. Palomo's attempt to stop her fiancé from cheating had been going on for months, yet the affair continued. So, she unleashed her doomsday plan. On September 14th, 2023, Palomo, using one of her fake characters, sent Nathaniel a message telling him that Zoraida was sent to him as a spy to destroy his life. Nathaniel called in sick to work the very next day as he began hatching a murder plan with the fake character, which, unbeknownst to him, was his fiancée Palomo. Together, they researched the neighborhood to locate cameras and planned how to get in and out of the house. Palomo, in her disguise, told Nathaniel to make the scene appear to be a burglary committed by kids, reassuring him that many murders go unsolved. So, he went shopping. During this time, Zoraida confessed to Nathaniel that she had fallen in love with him, which only increased his paranoia. On September 16th, around 3:17 a.m., Palomo, acting ignorantly, drove Nathaniel to Zoraida's house. She waited in the car as Nathaniel entered the home. He cut 2 screens to indicate a potential break-in before walking through an unlocked door to the kitchen. When Zoraida's husband, Roland, exited his room upon hearing the noise and movement, Nathaniel began firing shots at him. Roland ran toward the bedroom where Zoraida and their 2 children were located, but was stopped in his tracks after being hit multiple times. Nathaniel walked right over Roland to the bedroom Roland had been heading to. He stood and fired through the door, striking Zoraida multiple times. He entered the room, finishing off Zoraida and killing the 2 children. 2 dogs were shot in the kitchen and a third in the bedroom, but the order of their deaths was not specified. To make the scene appear like it was committed by kids during a burglary, Nathaniel spray-painted the walls. Another class act that suggests Nathaniel and his bosses all share one brain cell. The following morning, Nathaniel resumed work with a cheerful face. Through Ring doorbells, iPass data, cell towers, and flock camera systems, police were able to track suspicious vehicle movements that tied Nathaniel and Palomo to the case. The very next day, he was located at work and quickly interrogated without being arrested. He refused to allow police to search his vehicle and denied their request to access his phone activity. During the interrogation, he admitted to having an affair with Zoraida but denied involvement in the murder. His fiancée was met at home and interrogated separately, but the police weren't buying their stories. As the investigation went on, New findings shed more light on the couple, prompting them to flee the city of Illinois.
New details tonight from the family of Ermelinda Palomo, the woman who was in a 6-year relationship with Nathaniel Huey Jr. He's the man who police believed killed Alberto Rolón, Zoraida Bartolomé, their 2 little boys, and the family's 3 dogs at their home in Romeoville.
Due to the current evidence, Palomo's family and the police believed she had been kidnapped by Nathaniel, leading to a nationwide manhunt. However, surveillance footage from Catoosa, Oklahoma, revealed the couple walking into a store side by side, relaxed, and shopping for electronics and makeup. As they left the store, cameras captured them smiling. Catoosa officers, who had been informed earlier, waited in the parking lot to apprehend them, but the couple managed to flee in their vehicle. This started a police chase that ended when Nathaniel drove the car into a road divider and crashed before coming to a stop. After the vehicle came to rest, a fire started near the driver's compartment, possibly set by Nathaniel.
Get out of the car! I'm afraid of murder-suicide. Yeah. I got eyes on passenger door. It's not moving. I got door. Do not see movement. No movement. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out now! Come out now! They're making eye contact. I don't see anything. Got your cover. Got it. Got it. Nothing. Floorboard. Floorboard. Lethal. That's lethal.
They first tried breaking the driver's side window with a beanbag. Huey Jr.'s fiancée, Ermelinda Palomo of Streamwood, was pulled from the passenger seat with a gunshot.
He did shoot her back of the head. Is he burnt? Yeah, he's DOA.
Huey was later found dead with a gunshot as well. Both died.
It looks to be an apparent murder-suicide with a crash.
Nathaniel probably never found out that his fiancée was behind the entire cartel operation. I pray God is the center of our relationship, as it is a gift from Him. I thank Him for you before I even know you, and can't wait to love you in the best way I know how for the rest of our lives. This was a letter written by Riley to her future husband 2 months before her horrific and brutal death. On February 22, 2024, at 8:55 a.m., 22-year-old Laken Riley texted her mother, "Good morning. About to go for a run if you're free to talk." She took every precaution a female runner could take for her own safety. She told her friends where she was going, had her tracking geolocation on, and made sure to run on a popular trail with others around. But it wasn't enough. At 9:03 a.m., Riley called her mother but received no response. She was seen on a trail camera at 9:05 a.m., running with her iPhone in her left hand toward the intramural fields. At 9:06 a.m., she ran out of view. This timestamp marked the last time she was seen alive, as, unbeknownst to her, among the people around her, a monster was lurking among them. His name was Jose Ibarra, 26, a Venezuelan native who entered the U.S. illegally. Not only was he an illegal immigrant, but his criminal record alone should have prevented him from walking the streets. 2 hours before the encounter, surveillance footage captured Jose Ibarra lurking around the University of Georgia apartments, hunting for women. After spending over an hour going back and forth without finding a victim, he decided to head to a bus stop near the jogging trail, skulking and lurking for his prey. As Riley ran out of the camera's view, Jose attacked her with the intent to rape her, but Riley fought not to be his rape victim. She shouted and cried out to the people around her, but no aid came. Witnesses testified that Riley initiated a call to 911 through the SOS application on her phone, but the dispatcher was not able to speak with anyone before the call was hung up.
Clark County 911. Can anyone hear me? Clark County 911.
Yo Tango.
During the call, struggles could be heard in the background, Riley fighting to escape Jose. During this 20-minute struggle, Riley scratched Jose all over his upper body, most notably his arms, getting his DNA under her fingernails. Jose's intent to rape was failing, and his strength could not pin her down much longer, so he decided to bludgeon her skull with a stone and punch her repeatedly. Data from the Garmin watch she wore on her run showed her heart stopped at 9:28 a.m., ending Riley's life at the scene. After failed attempts to reach Riley by her mother, siblings, stepfather, and friends, at 12:05 p.m., Riley's roommates reported her missing. Over 20 minutes later, a University of Georgia police officer found her body 65 feet off the trail.
I need EMS immediately to the location where the phone pings. Ma'am. She's down, she's not breathing. Potentially been attacked. Starting CPR now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Her cause of death was determined to be the combined effects of blunt force, head trauma, and asphyxia, with one of the injuries significant enough to cause brain bleeding and potentially fatal on its own. This tragic news was delivered to her worried mother.
I don't want to tell you yes or no because I don't have names. I don't know who anybody is. I do know that this is a pretty serious incident.
With Jose's DNA under Riley's fingernails and surveillance footage, locating him was not a difficult task. Upon arriving at his shared apartment the day after the murder, police found scratches from Riley all over him, as well as her hair and DNA. The court proceedings came with their own drama. Jose was captured on CCTV throwing items into bushes and some into a dumpster. He also threatened to kill his neighbor if she said anything to the police, who were already investigating the matter in his area, as he didn't live far from where he committed the crime. On November 20th, 2024, Jose was found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The sentencing aligned with the requests made by Riley's family and friends. Laken Riley was a compassionate and devout Christian whose faith guided her life. At 22, she was a nursing student at Augusta University, where she excelled academically and embodied her calling to serve others. She participated in mission trips, cared for the elderly, and worked as a nanny, sharing kindness in both grand gestures and small acts. Known for her thoughtfulness, Riley maintained close bonds with her family, often encouraging and supporting her younger sister, Lauren. Her deep faith and dedication to helping others left an enduring impact on those who knew her.